Hello my beautiful souls, it's Susan here from Path to Authenticity. Welcome to everyone who is new to my channel and welcome back to everyone who is coming back. Thank you for all the subscription, all the views and all the beautiful comments. If you guys like my videos, please like and subscribe. And if you would like to have a personal reading, my schedule is quite open, so just go for it. And all the information for it is going to be down below this video. I do all kinds of things, so just go through it and look for it. And I also do guided meditations, which are very beautiful and really helpful when it comes to one's healing and opening up your heart to your divine counterpart or just a soulmate, not just a soulmate, or a soulmate. So just go and explore if you feel like doing so. Anyway, I have been guided to do this reading. It's a little bit funny because to me, it sounds very commercial-like, if you will, but anyway, like it's technically all about communication, okay? It is targeted to absolutely everyone. It is targeted to whoever finds this video. It is targeted for twin flames, for divine connections as well. So because there's always going to be some kind of an insight about everything for everyone, and the universe was kind of pushing me to do this. So here I am and doing it. Like I said, it's all about communication. Like, why is your crush or divine counterpart or whoever, your beloved, is not communicating with you? I feel like it's always, or usually it's going to reflect back at you. So there's always going to be a good advice there, I feel. So let's see what the cards are saying. So we have pile number card with Buddha. We have pile number 2 with Shamrock, and we have pile number 3 with Ganesha. And you guys just think about your divine counterpart or your crush or whoever you're making this about, and choose whichever pile is resonating with you the most, whichever you are the most attracted to. You can be attracted by the cards, you can be attracted by the things on top, and you can be attracted to more than one pile, or some pile can be, you know, resonating with this aspect of your relationship, and some can be resonating with different aspect of your relationship. Okay, so let's just start, and please like and subscribe, you guys. Alright, so here is a pile of card number 1 with Buddha on top, and it's all about communication, why there is no communication, and or the communication is the way it is, what is there need to be changed, healed, or what is the reason for that. Okay, so we have Ace of Swords, we have Surrender, Fear, we have the Lady of the Mirror, Reflection, Non-Judgment in reverse. We have the Chess Queen, Trust, Strategizing. We have the Winged Wise Ones, Angelic Help, Miraculous Aid in reverse. And we have Follow Your Heart. My God, why is it so weird? Look at. Okay, and we have Follow Your Heart. I hope that you guys can see it. All right, so what I feel from you guys is that you are very polarizing here. Okay, that you truly want the communication to happen, or I feel like with some of you the communication is happening as well, but it's not exactly the best. And what I feel from, okay, I have the Surrender, Fear here, and what I felt from that was actually that some of you are afraid of what if the communication is going to happen. How is it going to look like? Do I even want to communicate? You know how it is sometimes that you do want to communicate with your divine counterpart, but if you imagine yourself that it actually is happening, you're like, what am I going to do? You know, like kind of like the suffocating and really, you know, you are being triggered and everything. And so there is definitely still some kind of a fear within you. So if the communication would happen, it would be like good for you, because every kind of communication, no matter how crazy it sounds on the 3D or it is in the 3D, it is good for your development. But what I feel like that some of you are still having some kind of an idea how this communication should happen, that you know, you're telling yourself, well, if he or she, if they're gonna like contact me, but they're not gonna say, oh, you're the boss or whatever, I don't know, you know, like you're still kind of putting some kind of a restriction on that, and you're like, oh, I'm not gonna take them because they should not act like that and they should not be like that, because we have the non-judgment here, but it is in reverse. So there is still definitely some kind of a, you know, specific idea that you have about how it should look like, how the person should behave or shouldn't behave, and it definitely, it's putting some kind of a restrictions to that. And your counterpart, they can feel this, like when it comes to, you know, if you're a twin flame or a divine connection, they can feel this fear from you. They can feel the restrictions. They feel like they're being putting that you know, you're putting this in a box, and that's why they're not might be acting on that. It's all subconscious. So like, you know, you don't have to text them and tell them, hey, I'm okay, I'm like coming from no judgment or whatever, because it's not a conscious thing for them. But this is just an energy wise what we have here, we have angelic help, miraculous aid in reverse, and we have trust and strategizing. And that was the polarity that I was talking about, that on one side you like kind of know intellectually, because we have the Ace of Swords here as well, which is like you are thinking about it a lot, and we have on one side intellectually, we have you kind of know that, you know, divine timing and like everything is happening at the right time, and when we are both ready, you know, it's gonna happen, and he or she they're gonna contact me, and everything is gonna go just the way it's supposed to be, and you're like kind of trying to make you know, heal yourself and trying to make you know, the best of it and everything. But on the other side, there is the fear, there is the frustration that you know, you are kind of like not allowing to divine timing to come through, not allowing to actually for the divine to help you, because you are still having the fear, like, oh, what if this is not going to happen, or what if, you know, they gonna text me and I'm not gonna be ready, or what if they're gonna text me and it's not gonna be the way I want it, and stuff like that. So what the divine is telling you is technically just try to follow your heart, try to let go of all this, and truly, really just trust. And like I'm hearing also kind of like make affirmations for yourself when you are releasing these fears and releasing the worries and really surrendering to the divine timing, and really like start opening your heart and like following your heart because your heart always knows the truth. And like this is all the mind, okay? The trust, the following your heart, like you need to get, like, you know that you're supposed to trust that what you know intellectually. You know, you need to get there also in your heart. You need to get and release the fears, release the frustration, release the what ifs, release the judgment, and just go and truly surrender to the divine and its timing. And so your divine partner can actually align with this and so they can contact you. So everything is happening for a reason. So even them not contacting you, it is for a reason. So just try not to stress it out, and also if some of you are feeling like a very strong pull or push to contact them, just make sure that it's coming from a heart space, that it's coming from non-judgmental place, that it's coming from an angelic and like divine help, you know, and that they are the ones who are giving you the idea. So just make sure that it's kind of coming from your heart, like surrender the fear around it, and just make a judgment call in that. Don't chase them. Don't, I mean, like I said, there's no mistakes, okay? There are no mistakes, so don't worry, even if you would make, you know, if you just text them and they're, you know, respond in whatever way, it always for the good. It's always for the best good, you know, the highest good of yourself and them. Okay, you guys, I hope that has helped a little bit. Just really let go of the worries, because the divine timing is in hand, and as long as you are going to be frustrated about that and you're going to be worrying about that, you are going to like build the walls, you know, between the communication between the two of you. Okay, you guys, thank you so much. If you want a private reading, the information is down below. Love you. Bye. Alright, you guys, so the pile of cards number 2 with the Irish Shamrock and the issue with communication between you and your beloved. We have 6 of Wands, surrender negative thinking, surrender frustration, surrender your belief in scarcity, the Well Watcher, wisdom, power of the divine, mother, wife, sister, and daughter. Okay, so I feel like loads of you guys are actually in some kind of a communication with your beloved here. I'm not saying it's the best communication, but I feel like most of you guys are actually in the, you know, that it hasn't been like a silence for ages, but it doesn't exclude those people. I just feel that the majority of you, there might have been some kind of a communication. And we have the 6 of Wands here. And what I feel from this card is that every time your divine counterpart or your beloved, if it's just a crush perhaps, they text you or they communicate with you, like even, you know, in person, any kind of communication, you feel like, oh my God, this is it, you know, like this is a victory, like we are going to be together, it's going to be amazing. And then it doesn't happen, and then you get the frustration, and you know you are the negative thinking, and you're like, oh my God, this is never gonna happen for us, you know, like you get the kind of like you get stuck in your head and thinking too much about what went wrong and what did I do wrong and what they did wrong, and you know, like kind of you get like first overexcited, and then everything that when it doesn't, you know, kind of goes according to how you wish it would go, you are just going into the negative thinking and into the frustration and everything. So what is the message in these in this is that everything is happening for a reason, and like the way we are vibrating, we are attracting what we are vibrating in. So if we are vibrating in the frustration and in the negative thinking, in the what if, you know, what if he or she is not going to respond to this text message or whatever, that's how you're going to attract it. and they might not respond, and it might get you triggered again. Oh my God, they're not a good communicators or whatever. And the divine wants you to just like let go and surrender to, and let it flow. Let the communication flow between the two of you, and try not to be critical. Try not to interpret their words according to your skepticism. I'm hearing always kind of like surrender to the divine and to what they present to you. I feel like if you would just let go of these, the conversation, the communication would be more flowing, and your beloved or your crush or whoever, they would be more open to the communication. But they can feel the frustration, because it is all about energies, and they can unconsciously feel your energies and your frustrations, and your kind of belief that it's not going to happen. And you know how we are always used to be more skeptical, and telling ourselves that, better to prepare myself that he or she, they're not going to reply. So I'm not disappointed, but this is exactly the thought that you're putting out. So they're unconsciously getting this information that you actually not wanted, to be replied. So it's always the best to kind of expect it, the best possible outcome, but at the same time, do not have an expectation, if that makes any sense. So like always be the most positive about how you want this situation to kind of come about. But if it doesn't come about that way, just don't be disappointed, because there's always a higher power at hand, and sometimes the manifestation just takes time for it to unfold. The vibration, it takes time for them to kind of align in the new vibration, especially if you're coming from the frustration and from the negative thinking, okay? And then we have the mother, wife, sister, and daughter here. What I'm feeling from that is that loads of your beloved, I feel like many of you are going to be rather women here, or dealing with a woman, dealing with a man. So, or it can be like interpreted somehow the person you're dealing with, they still have, or I'm hearing actually you as well, like there is still some kind of an image of a woman, like there are some blockages about women. Like a lot of guys, they think like that, they might have, they might have some traumas when it comes to their past relationship. Maybe they were in abusive relationship, maybe they were in manipulative relationship, because women can be manipulative very much, just as much as men. So there is some kind of a issue around women. And what I'm hearing as well, that women can be very much, I feel like we are far more communicative than the guys, okay? And sometimes we can be like, like, oh my God, he texted me, so I have to text him back right away. And like when he doesn't text us in 10 minutes, we're like, oh my God, he's playing games or whatever. And we're just being like obsessive kind of about it. And the divine is telling us that we need to let go of these, how guys are and how girls are, and how it should be and shouldn't be, and this is horrible and that is horrible, and whatever. So just kind of the ideas, the programming that we have, I think it has to do a lot with women, like that. Even if you're dealing with a man, like he needs to get his kind of five together and like let go of the ideas about women, because I think that there is a lot of blockages when it comes to from his side, like how, what if she's gonna be this way and that way, and now like she texted exactly what I was thinking, like he's kind of interpreting what you are saying as well in a bad way. So there is also like from that side, he needs to like let go of the negative thinking as well. But then again, it is always about the energies, regardless if you're in a divine connection. Like in a divine connection is far stronger, but like even if it's just about the crush, they still can feel your frustration, your negative thinking, your beliefs that this is never gonna happen, like this is so horrible, whatever. They can feel that, and they are interpreting that exactly the same way, okay? So just like if you feel the victory of them texting you, just try to breathe and try to just stay positive about that, and try to be wise about it, and try to like know that it is the divine that has your back, and that there's divine timing at hand, and try to just be positive, because it can definitely be worked on. Okay, I hope that this helped you guys. If you want a personal reading and to see into your crush or relationship or a divine connection relationship, there's all information below. Thank you so much. Bye bye. All right, and pile of cards number 3 with beautiful Ganesha here. All right, and we have 7 of Swords. Surrender, defensiveness. The Horse King in reverse, assistance, control. And power of joy. Okay, so it's a beautiful message here. And again, it comes down to what I feel, that there is a lot of mistrust between the two of you, that regardless if there is or isn't any kind of communication between the two of you, you need to sit down and kind of think about if you trust your crush or if you trust your divine counterpart fully. Like, this is a card of dishonesty, this is a card of distrust. And I feel like a lot of you are feeling that whoever you are trying to communicate, that he or she, they're just playing with you, or that they're not being serious, that maybe they're, talking to more people than just you. And you are kind of building this idea about yourself, that you are not special for them, that you are not good enough for them. Like, there's a mistrust going around this quite a bit. I feel it very strongly, and I feel it actually from your, from the person that you are trying to communicate, because again, it's a mirroring, it's the energy that we are attracting, okay? So I kind of feel like they either think the same about you, or like distrusting you maybe for different reasons, but there is some kind of a distrust, or you are truly attracting somebody who does those things that you're distrusting them about. But it still doesn't mean that you should have this distrust, because I feel like even though, yes, we should always protect ourselves and always set boundaries for ourselves and never do anything for anybody else, and for anybody else that would not feel 100% comfortable and 100% into our highest good. Like, never do anything for other people that doesn't feel that it's for your highest good as well. But we should always enter another, a new relationships with a full trust, with a full leap of faith, with a full enthusiasm, because everything, how we feel, that's what we attract. So if we're going to be entering a new relationship with fear, with mistrust, with with defensiveness, with whatever, some kind of I'm not going to open myself fully because, the person's not doing it either, or whatever. This is what we are attracting. They are going to mirror right back at us the same thing, and they might even get the lovers and whatever, It's because we are attracting that. We are attracting those kind of people. But if we are, entering a new relationship with open heart and with love for ourselves and with setting the boundaries, healthy boundaries, but with complete leap of faith, that's exactly what we're gonna get back. And if we don't get it back, there's a good indication of that. There's still something need to be healed within ourselves, so we can actually attract exactly what we want. Okay, so that's the Seven of Swords. There is some kind of really take a seat with yourself and think how you think about the person who we are talking about here. Like, do I trust that person fully? Do I know that everything that they do is for our highest good, etc., etc.? So just think about that. Think about how you feel about them and kind of mirror it back at you, okay? So why is the fear within you and stuff? And here we have surrender defensiveness. I feel like in this group there's actually a lot of communication going on. And you just don't know what you are dealing with, or the communication is kind of not exactly what ideal. And it might be because of that. And there is a surrender defensiveness. And I feel like a lot of you want more communication from this person, and you kind of interpreting so many things that they say. And you're like, oh my God, you're saying me this is so not true, I'm not like this, and you're being superbly defensive about yourself and how they are reacting. And I bet with you that if you will read this couple months into the future, you're gonna be like, oh my God, I was this silly to actually react this way. This is exactly not how the person meant it, what was I thinking? Because I actually did the same thing the other day, and I was laughing. I was like, oh my God, I was so defensive. This is so crazy, and I didn't even think myself being defensive. I didn't even think myself being this kind of energy. And yet, it's because the ego is trying to protect us. Trying to save our face and everything. So it's all about your own protection that comes from your ego, because the ego thinks that you need to be protected, but you don't need to be protected, okay? And then we have the Horse King, assistance and control, and we have it in reverse. And what I feel from that card is that you guys are trying to be in control. You guys are trying to very much initiate the conversations, initiate the, okay, I have to do something, so this person, tries to contact me or whatever. So what the divine is saying is that you need to let go of the control, and you need to kind of ask for assistance of the divine, okay? You need to just truly surrender and change your vibration from these two and the controlling energies, and go into the power of joy, and go and really just enjoy that, you can have this beautiful person in your life. Regardless what is their role in your life, just be happy that you have them there, and be happy that they are your teacher, because everybody is your teacher. And just be happy about how your life is evolving, regardless if it is a hard times there, because even the hard times, they are teaching us something. Okay, they're showing us what needs to be healed. So just really go and sit with yourself and talk to yourself and reflect, upon this conversation, upon this communication with this person, about the person, and most importantly, about yourself. What is your relationship with yourself? How healthy is your relationship with yourself? Do you love yourself enough? Do you trust yourself? And if you don't trust others, what is it reflecting upon you? Why you don't trust others, etc., etc. Just really, I feel like, talk to yourself and be joyous about everything that you find, even if it's negative. Even if you find oh my God, I am this and that. Just be happy about it, because just finding it, you probably released it already, or if not, you definitely started a journey of releasing it and healing that particular issue. So So just be happy about everything that's happening in your life, even though that you're feeling you're totally down. Just let yourself feel to be totally down for a little bit, and just know that it is going to pass and that you're going to get through it and you're going to rise stronger and happier at the other end. Okay? I hope that it helped you guys. If you guys want a personal reading, or guided meditations, that are very good healing technique, all the information is below. And I love you guys so much. Please like and subscribe. Bye.